Okay, I want to get started here. This is the first of many videos that we are going to do for training and demonstration purposes of our new system, for scheduling appointments, tracking customer information, and accounting. And this one is specific for the marketing department. It involves creating customer accounts. So specifically what we're going to talk about is the way that the new homeowner records sit in the new system, because they're kept really on a separate list or database from our current customer list, which we call our Navision account or our Navision account customer list. So we're going to show that relationship and how you can search between the two to determine. The main purpose of doing that is determine whether somebody is already under contract or maybe they already have a Navision account with our company. And then the next point that we're going to do, we're actually going to create some accounts, because this last point here is very important, that in order to schedule an appointment in this system, and actually we call it creating a service order, the customer has to have a Navision account. So that's going to be, for the marketing department, a very important part of the process, and something they're going to do many times on a daily basis is create Navision accounts. So it'll become second nature, because it'll be done, many times throughout the day. And so anyway, we'll go into the new system right now and start the process. So actually, what I'm going to go to right now is the opening screen. Here is when you actually open the system. And I know for someone who's seeing this for the first time, you're really not sure what you're looking at, but we have these different cubes here to go into certain functions in the system that you want to work with. And these two right here are our two databases. The first one here, contacts, contains mainly new homeowner records. This is where we're going to import the new homeowner lists so we can start working them as customers call in. The second one here, customers, that's our current customer list. It's where our customers have their account numbers, all of their information, their history. You can pull up the accounts here to find that. And what the process is going to be is, if somebody is sitting on the new, is on the contact list where they were on the new homeowner list, once they call in and request information or some type of service, we're going to create a NAV account for them so they become a customer, and then we can set appointments and start, working with that person. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the contact database, and here's a list of all the records that we've imported into this test system. And I'm just going to open one here so we can see what it looks like. And it has the data that comes from the new homeowner list. You see name, address, city, state, zip code. This one does not have a phone number, so it must have been on the non-published number list. But we're going to simulate. So what we're going to do now is we're going to simulate someone who is called in. So let's say someone calls in and says, "Hi, I live at 8438 Meadow Green." And so what the marketing representative is going to want to do is find that account. So we have this button here for Navigate Contact Customer. And what this is, by clicking this, we can search both of our databases, the current customer database and the contact database, to determine if they've ever been under contract with our company or not. So we're going to type in the address here, 8438 Meadow Green, and we click Find. Okay, you see here what comes up, it says Contact. So we know that it only appears in our contact database. It does not appear in our current customer database. I'm going to pull up a record right now that I know appears in both so you can see the difference. Let's say they said my address is 2911 Valerian. And I hit Find. Okay, this one doesn't come up in the contact, it comes up as a customer. So you know, so this is a flag that, okay, these people, there's a very good chance they could already be a Southern Pest Control customer. So what I would do here is I would click here, and then this shows here's their Navision account number, their information, and I could click here on these 3 lines here and actually open their customer account. Now on every, and again, the customer account looks like this. You can see name, address, contact information, email, notes, but then we also have this field here for, or this tab for renewal info, where you can see a renewal date or a service plan date, a month, week, plan status, plan type description. So this one here, you can see it's already under contract with us because, again, it has a nav account number and an active contract. So let's go back here and we'll search again for the record that we know is not under contract, and that would be at 8438 Meadow Green. And I hit find. Okay, so then I click here on contact, and I can go here to actually open their contact record. And you can see this is what it's going to look like to the marketing representative. You can see these, a lot of these fields are blank, but the fields that, were on the new homeowner list are already filled in. So what you can do is you can fill in a phone number here for this person. And then you can also fill in their email address. Okay. Then we have fields. This will already be filled in when we actually go live, but you would see an import date and it would tell you the list type, such as non-published number. And then the marketing representative would fill in the field for, say, contact date, contact type, say if it was an inbound call. And also you have, some information to help, for future contacts, such as best time to call, 4 p.m. And you have a menu here for best place. Could be like mobile. So once you have this information filled in here on the contact card, there's nothing else you can really do from here, because you need to have, we need to create their Navision account or a customer account in order to set an appointment for this person. So we have this button here for customer. And this is what we'd want to click in order to create an actual account. So if I click here, it asks me, do you want to create a contact for this person? And you say yes. You hit OK. Hit OK again. And you can see now here, this does 2 things. It creates a service order for this customer, which we're going to talk about later. This is where you would actually use to set the appointment. But then you see here, we have a customer account right here. And you can click here and actually open their account. And this is, where you would work for additional contact information for this homeowner. But again, in order to do anything for this customer, you have to create this nav account number here. And also, too, you can see here on their nav account, we have this tab for contact info details, which was already filled in when we created the customer account. Now it's sitting here, so we know best time to call, their original contact date. I'm going to go back to the contact list, and you can see this is the contact we just created. After you create it as a Navision account, their customer number is filled in here. So if you ever pull them up again on the contact list, you could, if you see this customer number, this, that they're under contract with us. I'm going to pull up another one here. So I'm going right now, I'm back on the contact list. Again, I want to pull one up, so I'm just going to click on any record. I'm going to go to Navigate Contact Customer. And this one here, I'm going to type in Amber Crest is the address. Okay, this one comes up in our customer database. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to actually open. You see nav account number, so you know they have a customer record. So what I would do here is I would go to their customer card, and again, what I would want to go do is check their renewal info and see their contract status. Now this is one that's been canceled. You can see here, this one says plan status of non-active. They had a termite only, originally went under contract March 16th of 2015. Now this cancellation date's unrealistic, but we're just using it for demo purposes. You can see they have a cancellation date and a cancellation reason. So marketing department could actually start working this account or based on this information, and then you could go and actually this button here, which we're going to talk more about in a different video, create service order, where if you wanted to set an appointment for a PIC, that would be the process. You would create the service order and start working this account. But I'm going to go back to the contact list, and we're going to put in one more, and we're going to create one more new customer account, just for demonstration purposes. So this address, somebody calls in and says, hi, I'm at 27 Williams Drive, or excuse me, 26 Williams Drive. So you type in 26, you hit find. Okay, I can see they're in the contact database. We don't have a current customer record for them, so we'd want to initially start with the contact. So I click here, and here's the contact record. So I'm going to click here to open it. Okay, and this is what comes up. You can see the import date is August 1st. It's non-published number. Okay, so let's just say the customer's called in, you're talking to them, you'd want to get their phone number, get an email address, put in a contact date, contact type, let's say is an inbound call, and then if you wanted to put in the best time to call, let's say they said call me at 5 p.m. when I get off work, and call me on my mobile number. Then what you would do to create a new customer record is you would go here to this button for customer. Click here. It would ask you, do you want to create a new contact? You would say yes. Hit OK. Okay, again, now it's created a service order, and it's also created a division of their actual account. So you can click here to see their account information. You can go here to contact info details. This information has carried over. So that's here. You see their email address, and the phone number you put in is here. If you wanted to put in additional phone numbers, we have fields for that. But now that we've created this customer record, this is the first step in going in to actually set an appointment for an IC for this person. And that will be the subject of the next video. So I'm going to end this video here. If anyone wants to go in and to see us actually set an appointment for these new customer records for an IC, that'll be in the next video.